So, the first day of independence, Monday morning, and this is going to be the first day that I end up taking my businesses back. So what I've got to do first of all is I've got to establish the facts. I've got to look at how this business is, find out its errors, its issues with bad listings, its issues with the faults that Richard had constantly reported to me. And I'm going to have to go back and look at the listings on both Amazon, on eBay, and I'm going to have to go through everything really, first of all, establish more efficiency, and then get artificial intelligence to take over the listing. I can't do the packing yet. Somehow I'm going to have to find a way of making more efficient the packing systems. Where there is physical need for packing, AI can't do that yet. I say yet. But when it comes to the emails, when it comes to the support, when it comes to even answering the phone, it's going to come to a point where artificial intelligence is going to be taking over. That's the way it's going to be. So, what have I got to do today? I got to go and get the labels. Tidy my desk, tidy my previous members of staff's desks, but my desk now. And I've got to get to work. This is going to be a good time for me, I feel. It's going to be a time where I have to just relearn what my business is about, look at the things that are not making money, get rid of that, and spend my time, very limited time, on making sure that the business makes money for me. And of course for subcontractors or contractors that work with the business. So first thing first is log on to the label machine. Oh, there we go, wait for it to grow. Oh. This was Richard's desk. He's going to be missed. He's going to be massively missed. And even though the previous members of staff that were here, they were good guys. That they weren't fraudsters. They weren't liars like some of the other ones. They were good guys, but they were of an age where they were more important than everyone else, and their needs were always vital. Whereas the needs of a company or the needs of themselves or the needs of other people were always secondary. Look at the eBay keyring in the bin. eBay keyring, boop, in the bin. Okay, that's not bad. Now remember, I did a bit of work. That's actually really good. I've turned advertising off with everyone. I am not doing any advertising at all. And here is my first page, my first one operational. Yeah, and I've done all right out of it actually. I'm basically going and putting the labels in. With the first site, it is basically 30 orders. Now remember, I did a bit of work on Friday and Saturday doing the labels and packing. So this is really Saturday night, Sunday. And already I have quite a bit already. So error bar, battery, there we go. Pet harness, small parcel. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Second class, but I'm gonna go drop 48 tracked. Right, so that's £100 of labels already. So that's them printing out already. That's the first batch of stuff that I need to do. Print the pick list, get the pick list done, boom, put that on the big laser printer. That's that. All right, so that's that done. Then I've got to go on to the other channels, remembering the other channels. So I use a CLS 30 or CLS 300, it's a Citizen. It's quite the best label printer, I think. It's manual, it's not Wi-Fi. When I say manual, When I say manual, I mean it's through just standard cable. That's the ones for that one. Get them out of the way. So that's that printed. I've got to go and get onto the Amazon sites now. So I've just went on to the first one and I have 28 orders. That's due to Richard's hard work that he did. He was working really well on this, trying to beat this up for the books. So that's good. All's pretty good there. And we had Joel and Dean doing their work too. You can see there. All good. So looking at this, the profit margins with Amazon are tight. They've always been tight. It's not been high profit levels, but it moves books. And you know, if I get £1,000 every 2 weeks, hey, it's better than nothing. Okay, so that's another £100 of labels with Amazon. It's just crazy, the cost of labels. Ah, dear, 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 dear. Now, hopefully this produces, Amazon's the best because they produce a packing slip with every label. Yes, it's twice the price, but it's, you just put the packing slip in with, it's very, very good now, so it is. So the idea is to make this much more efficient and try and get as little human interaction as possible in the process of this. Now, there is something I might do, is I might start doing fulfillment by Amazon, where they do all the work for me and I simply just buy all the stock. I have been meaning to get a load of stock from wholesalers, no longer arbitrage, and that's probably where I'm gonna go, where I found this great supplier for wholesale watches. Now, these are not watches that are cheap, they're expensive watches. So I might do that and buy about, 100 grand's worth of stock and just fire it into Amazon, let them deal with it. And there is a business where you don't have to deal with the staff anymore, you don't have to deal with even premises. You just basically get the wholesaler to deliver it to fulfillment by Amazon's wholesaler. Because that's the way it's going to be. We're all going to be eventually working with Amazon or around Amazon. Clearly it's going to happen. And I think I've got all the labels done. All the small channels are now turned off. I'm no longer doing them. Have you noticed that eBay now, there are so many people offering stupid prices? For a pair of shoes, I got offered the other day £1. £1. And you're going, are you for real? I'm not going to give you a pair of shoes for £1. Why are you wasting people's time? It just makes no sense. Anyway, that's all the labels done, I think. Okay, so I got my labels in hand. And now I've got to start picking. The idea really is to pick your stuff as quickly as you can. And just get picking the stuff first of all. Make sure everything's been picked and found. So here I am. I went ahead without you. And I started packing. The picking has been done on a couple of the batches. And what I'll do is I'll pick, clear it, and then pack. Pick, clear it and pack, trying to get efficiency put back into what I've done for years. I made a lot of money from it, so just have to get my way about me again and learn how to redo this again. So I'm currently working on some stuff, and I'm noticing, since I no longer have staff, I am noticing that there's a lot of things like items not being found or being put in the wrong boxes. Just errors, silly human errors that I know that I also did when I worked on my own. Metal discs. So I think you don't really need them to be in this. So I'm not going to put them in a box and waste the box. I'll just because they're in a box already. What's the point in putting a box inside a box? Just put it inside a bag. Really don't need to concern myself about that. They are, I think they're basically quite a heavy lump. 2 kilo. I'll just check that weight actually, because it feels like more. And again, when members of staff leave, you always notice what they've done wrong. This is one of the biggest horrible things about employing staff, that you only ever seem to find the problems after they've left. And there's a good reason for that, because they cover up their mistakes and they hide to what they're actually truly up to, which is fair enough, or they correct their own mistakes. And I've noticed already, just literally through this system, that there are things that are not here and things that have been putting the wrong place. Where are you, Leslie? You are next. Graham. Where are you, Graham? There you are. So yeah, so I've just working it through. Oh, got to get packaging. So these are great little things. These little things here, they're great. And they're great for putting like little tiny batteries in. Tiny thin batteries. There you go, that's for you. And what I'll do is, as I said, I'll basically put this stuff in, package it up. And the idea now is to make this as efficient as I can, so that it's easy as possible for me. The best thing to do is to allow this stock to slowly reduce and replace that said stock with higher ticket items that don't sell as well, and the profit margin are a lot higher. And it's about time I did that. So I am going to go and start watches and sell watches, because I believe it requires very little work. Where am I now? I'm busy talking to you lot. Rachel Black. Where are you, Rachel? Hold on now. No, that's for Philip. There we go. There you go, Philip. There you go. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to do all this myself. But again, the good news is I'm always prepared to take stuff on, take it on the chin, move on, grow from it, learn and adapt. So ultimately, I have to make sure that I do this right. I want it done right. I want no more hassle from anything or anyone. So I'm super hyped about this. Every package I do this day, I no longer have to pay staff. So the profit margins are going to be phenomenal for me. You know, I made money, but not a major amount of cash. What else have I got left? I have got this to do, and the Intel and the power bank. Power banks for Sue. Where are you, Sue? 22 parcels, and I'm only an hour in. I normally do a lot quicker, but I am settling in. And Mr. McIntosh, where are you? You are most likely that last battery. And there you go. That is my first batch done. There, I'll just show you. That's my first batch done. That's them all there. And so now what I'll do is I'll love you and leave you, and I'll get picking the next thing, and I'll do a live, but I'll get a time for when I start and stop this, so that I can show you how many parcels I've done and how quick I did it alone. Pick, pack, and getting the labels too. That's that all picked for the day. There's about just under 100 items today for the Monday sales. Now that was yesterday and this morning. I have about 100 sales to do that I need to pack. I've already got it picked. It's all picked here. It's all ready to go. That's me on my own. Let's see how it goes. So I will let you go, and you can come back to me afterwards. So I have finished, and I have a guest. And I can't mention him, I can't film him because he's underage, but it's one of my client's sons, and boy, he's a great lad. I'll ask his name, and his name is, not his second name, you can't tell his second name.
George.
His second name is George, and he just gave me a wee hand. Hello, George. If you want to watch it, it's in here. Remember, George, it's in there. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to show you that after, it is a little bit later than I thought, I've managed to get most of it done. There's a couple of cancellations because I just simply can't find the stock. So this is the problem when you come to staff. Sometimes the staff don't put the stock in the right boxes. It is human error. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just going to cancel the stock rather than go look for it and spend hours looking for it. But there is my work for the day. It's about 100 parcels I've done. And I am now going to set them off. I'm going to do the cancellations, and then I'm going to do the customer care. And then I'm going to do a video on me in my JCB, because that's where I'm going next. JCB time. But anyway, that's me finished with the day one of eBay, Amazon, and all my online orders. And thanks for watching. I'll say it again. Thanks for watching. And please like and subscribe. Good talking to you guys.